Tell us a little bit about Meg. She's the main character of the book, and her family. Where does she come from? Who is she?
I love Meg Brennan. Mary Margaret Brennan. She's the oldest of 5 kids. She's the quintessential good girl, oldest girl, very responsible, from a large Irish-American family in San Francisco. And she's always had the responsibility on her, and she's always measured up. But I love the idea of people make mistakes. So this is really the story of a very good woman who makes a bad mistake. And the impact just isn't just into her marriage, it impacts her whole family, and this idea of who she is, what has she done, and can she recover, can her family recover, her children, her marriage, and again, her parents, her brothers, sisters. So I love Meg.
Yeah, Meg was wonderful. She was a strong character, but infidelity. How did you feel about that?
It's a hot button for readers. I definitely, my romance readers are really uncomfortable with it. It's so taboo in romance, and it's taboo in real life. But fiction, these fiction books are about real life, and it does happen. And I love the idea of exploring, can a marriage recover? There's a lot of people who say once somebody cheats, they're done, we're out of there. But the reality is, when we're raising kids, we know kids make mistakes. We love our kids anyway. We don't throw them away the first time something goes wrong. And so I think this is also looking at a marriage and saying, somebody's made a mistake. Do we throw the marriage away? Do we try to repair it? And that's why I love writing fiction. I want to write about the real things we face, even if it makes people uncomfortable.
Exactly. So tell us a little bit more about Meg and her relationship with her sisters.
She's close with most of them. She has one sister, Brianna. They just rub each other the wrong way. They always have. But for the most part, again, Meg feels guilty then that she doesn't have a better relationship with the sister. Meg is pretty much driven by do the right thing. She knows she's supposed to do the right thing, and if she doesn't, she feels guilty. So she's got a lot of the guilt thing running through her. But she's very close with her sister Kit. Kit's and Brianna, the fraternal twins, who come right under her. They're about 3 years apart, I think. Kit's a Catholic school teacher. Meg lives in Napa, so they see each other quite a bit. Then you have Tommy Jr., and he's married to Cass. And then you have the younger sister, Sarah. And Sarah's quite a bit younger than Meg and in a different place in life. But again, Meg feels like, it's her job to make sure everybody's okay.
Tell us a little bit about San Francisco and your inspiration for the Brennan family.
I love writing about San Francisco. I wrote about San Francisco in The Frog Prince in my very first trade, and that was a long time ago. But growing up in California, my dad loved San Francisco. I was from a farm town, but we would make that annual Christmas trip to the city in December. And it has its history. I've lived there. 2 of my brothers have both lived there. My little brother still lives there now and is raising his children in downtown San Francisco. So San Francisco's history is fascinating. And then my little brother, when he married a girl who was a 6th-generation San Franciscan, and his kids are 7th generation. So when you trace this amazing Irish-American family's history back, these Callans, and I actually let the Callans, his real family, inspire my Brennan family, because his father-in-law is a San Francisco firefighter, he's now retired, but Tom Callan's grandfather was a San Francisco firefighter for 40-something years. I love this. I love that Tom's brothers were firefighters, that his dad was a police officer. I love this idea of Irish Americans or Italian Americans or kind of this working class that immigrated from a country, and they literally built that city. Our infrastructures were created by these families that came and served the city. And so to me, San Francisco's history is really special, and I got to write about this kind of family that was committed to you're committed to your family, but you're also committed to your community, your church, and service. And that's something we don't always get in the new money cities. In these new money communities, it's not always about giving back. It's often about what you're earning, what you're bringing to a party. Where I love the idea that a lot of people who work in service, it's really, truly about doing your job quietly, doing it well, and not bringing a lot of attention to yourself.